Tracy, hello. I know this is a little quick, but I have a favor to ask you. Hello, Dawn. Is this favor you have to ask has anything to do with using my yard? Then I'm going to have to say no again. What? You're always telling me no each and every time, and I'm getting tired of it. And that's because no matter how many times you've asked me, my answer has not changed. I'm just being upfront and honest with you about it so that we're not wasting one another's time any longer. You're being cold though. If you keep all that up, people are going to start calling you the boring and cold mom in town. Is that what you want? Do you have any idea what us other moms are already starting to call you amongst ourselves? What? They're calling you the Queen of Ice. Oh, is that so? If you don't want to be called that anymore, then let me use your yard. I just thought it would be the perfect place to have a barbecue party or something like that, as it beats all these crappy public parks. Actually, I was just assuming you guys were all calling me something worse, so I don't really care. And even if you were calling me something horrible, I still would not care. Huh? I'm not even friends with any of the moms you hang out with, Dawn, so I don't really mind what you all have to say about me. Huh? I've heard about you inviting other women over to your house to have coffee and tea out on your deck. And those are not other moms or anything. They would be my younger sister and her 2 kids. Huh? My little sister isn't too much younger than me, and her kids are around the same age as mine, so they come over often and have fun here. What? I had thought you were having other moms over to your house without me, but that doesn't seem to be the case then. Why can't you start inviting us over for a change? What makes us any different than your family there? Well, my family and your group of moms are quite different actually. They happen to respect me in my decision and will never continue to pester me about my choices, even if they think I have no right being cold to them. Whatever. Just because you have that massive yard surrounding your house doesn't mean you're all that great of a person anyway. Are we done here yet? I'm still working at the moment, so I need to focus on that again. If you have anything else you'd like to talk about, let me hear it now. If not, then this is goodbye. Loser. I'm going to get into that yard of yours one way or another and do what I want with all of the other mom friends. I'll show you. Hiya, Tracy. This is about your yard again. No. What? Such a waste you are. But listen to this. I know about something that you might not like. What's that? I heard that you happen to work for the same company that my husband is working for. Oh, is that so? And when I compare my husband's age to your age, there is no doubt that my husband is higher up than you within that company. In other words, he's your boss, right? And if you're not going to listen to the wife of your boss like you have been, things might begin to get more troubling for you at your workplace. So, what are you going on about now, Dawn? I have never heard of any situation where someone like me would have to listen to my boss's wife. And I'll let you know right now that a company your husband and I are working for does not view the same thing you do, so please do not use neither your husband's position or mine in that way. Huh? As of right now, I'm not too sure what department your husband works for or what position he's in, so I'll have to take a look and see. But let me tell you right now that based off what I do know, it's better that you don't start pulling things like that with me. Huh? I'm not pulling anything with you. I think I have every right to, when my husband could get rid of you at any minute. Now you listen to me, Tracy. I think you're better off not talking to me like that ever again, unless you want to start crying over things I can make happen. I'm not so sure what else could happen if you fight back against me, but this is your warning. Alright? Let me say this one more time. I am the wife of your boss, and you'll listen to every word I say. You are going to let me use your yard for one day. This is an order from me, so there is no going against this. Tracy? It seems that starting this evening, you're no longer going to be at home, right? According to some other people, your husband has something going on back at his parents' house, so you're all going. You all won't be back until later tomorrow, right? That means your house is going to be empty for just one whole day. So in other words, this means you finally come around to listening to the wife of your boss and are going to let me come over there. I just happened to get a really nice grill from one of my friends that I plan to bring over. I'll set it up in your backyard, and then me and all my other mom friends are going to get together and have a proper barbecue party. So let me tell you once more, we are all going to be having a really nice barbecue out behind your house in the backyard, okay? Had you lent me your yard while you were in town, I would have let you come to this really nice barbecue where we'll be cooking up some really good ribs and a few porterhouse steaks as well. Well, it's too bad that you and your family won't be around for it. Anyway, we're all going to cook up all this amazing meat I have, and we're all going to eat it up without you. Tracy! Listen, later on, can you make sure to give me $2,100? Turns out that I didn't get enough food for everyone to have, so we needed to go to a meat store in town and buy up some really high-grade stuff. So this will be the cost of that meat, and also the cost of some more liquor that we had to pick up in town as well. And of course, this liquor is all high-end stuff. One other thing, we're all going to be ordering pizza to be delivered. Along with that, we'll get some 2 liters of pop and other things to go along with the food like snacks for later. So with that all in mind, the cost will come around to $2,100. Since this barbecue is taking place at your place, you're going to have to cover the bill for all of it when you get back, okay? I've already planned on paying for all with my credit card, so after today, I'd like you to send me that money so I can pay it off. My God! Just thinking about all the fun we're having here makes me want to do barbecues at other people's houses even more. Well, I'm going to get back to it and start putting some more steaks on the grill. Huh? What is this? Dawn? Are you freaking kidding me? Going and having a barbecue at my house like that? Well, if it isn't Tracy, I want to know where the hell you entered my yard from as well. I just came in through your front gate is all. Well, I guess I had to do with a little handiwork with the lock, which may have broken it. But that's all on you since you chose to put a dang lock on the neighborhood's public barbecue park. Were you all trying to hog it to yourself? I have not been hogging anything. I told you time and time again every time you asked that you could not use my yard for anything. Do you remember? I don't want to have to keep repeating myself about this. This was an order given to you by your boss's wife, which means saying no to me was never an option for you. And I told you that it's not normal for someone to think that just because their husband is the boss of someone else, they can make that someone else do anything they ask. Well, you'll get used to it over time. Now, just like I told you earlier, I'd like to have that $2,100 handed over to me tomorrow. I'm not paying you anything. Also, when it comes to cleaning up the mess we'll make, you can do that when you get home from your in-laws. I'll also leave you to clean up all the plates and cups, as well as the grill for me. You listen to me right now, Dawn. What is it? Do you have any idea whose yard you're having a barbecue at the moment? Huh? Why you know exactly whose yard this is? I shouldn't have to answer such a stupid question that for you, right? But I will. This yard happens to be my husband's employee's yard. Oh, for crying out loud. Really, I never wanted to play this card with any of the moms in the neighborhood, but you all have given me no other choice with all the crap you've been doing here. What the hell is going on in that head of yours? That happens to be the CEO's house. What? The CEO? Your husband happens to be a manager in the manufacturing department for the Slow, right? He is, but... Hey, what do you mean this house is the CEO's house? In other words, the CEO of Slow. That would be me, so there you go. Huh? If you're not going to believe me, then you can try asking your husband about me, or better yet, take a look at the company's webpage and scroll to the bottom to learn about me. I think you'll be able to learn the truth really quickly then. What? This is all a joke, right? You're telling me that you're the CEO for the company my husband works for? I'm going to be coming back to my house tonight. I received a call from a neighbor a little bit ago, and he told me that you all have been making so much noise that it's disturbing the whole neighborhood. He also told me he saw you all slamming shots to get drunk quickly. He also explained that a lot of the flower beds around my house have been trampled on by you guys. And when it comes to the koi pond I have, you all have been throwing your trash into it. He was planning on calling the police, thinking you were all kids vandalizing my house, but he wanted to check with me first. Tracy? When it comes to all of this, my husband, I will definitely be talking with him about it. You hold your horses there. If you don't want me talking with him about it, will you be able to cover all the damages to my property just by yourself? You happen to be a housewife, so when it comes to the money you get, it's all coming from your husband, right? The amount of money you'll be paying me will depend on the extent of the damages to my yard, as well as based on how much I'm upset by all this. Also, there's one other thing. What? Sirens? The police? My neighbor ended up calling the police after we talked. As I said, he had every right to since I wasn't home and didn't know enough about who was all behind this time. But I was just having so much fun throwing this whole barbecue. Why did this have to happen to me all of a sudden? My neighbor told me he had gotten home a couple of hours ago. And that whole time, he had never noticed that my husband or I were not there. He had called me at first to tell me to quiet down, but when I told him I wasn't home, he said he should have known that sooner. After our talk, and him explaining to me the situation of what's going on, he said he'd do something about it. And I told him to go right ahead. Well, anyway, there's no point in me explaining to you what happened anymore. Now, I'll hear from you later. Tracy! What the hell is this you wanting from me $10,000 for the damages to your yard? Are you sure you're not overcharging me? I also found out you told my husband about all of this. He's telling me we're getting a divorce now. Do something about all of this, please. The last time I ever had to work a job was back in high school, and that was just a part-time job. Having to get back out there and finding a job now at all times, there's no freaking way I can do that. Hey, Tracy? I'm asking you nicely to please not look away from this. $10,000? That amount of money. I just don't have that kind of money laying around. My husband even told me to hand it all by myself now, so I'm not being helped by anyone. Tracy! Why are you not freaking replying to me? You're not even reading any of these dang messages anymore either. Hello? I'm going to be divorced if you don't do something about this. Hey! Help me to freak out! And don't charge me $10,000 for that party, okay? Listen to me, Tracy. The way my yard was left after the barbecue, well, it was downright awful. So in order to have some landscapers come in and fix everything for me, the price would be around $10,000. A few days after that party, the manager of the manufacturing department came to my house with $10,000 in cash and handed it to me before saying sorry for what his wife did. However, I really wanted that $10,000 to come from Dawn's sweat and tears so that she'd learn from it. A lot of people have told me to have some of the other moms there to pay up for the damages as well, but that will be sorted out later when they all have to go to court and face a judge for trespassing on my property. I'm going to assume some of them will get community service, and others will have to pay fines to whoever asks for them. My lawyer will be there as well representing me, so maybe I'll get even more money in settlements out of them all. As for Dawn herself, it doesn't seem like she's learned her lesson from all of this yet, and because of that, her husband was able to get the rights to his kid in the divorce, and all of them have left her. When all of this happened to her, I received one large text from her where she went all crazy saying all these slurs towards me and telling me how much she hates me. But when reading all of it, I thought to myself that I really have no more time for her, then I proceeded to block. And ever since that day, life at my home has really been quiet, and I have never run into Dawn or any of her annoying mom friends ever again. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought about the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, Sandy! Can't remember the last time we talked. I guess it's been close to 7 years. A long time ago, but strangely short. Kinda weird.
Excuse me? Who is this?
Come on, Sandy! It's me, Warren! I guess my ID changed so you didn't recognize me.
Huh?
Warren! Come on! You know! Your ex-boyfriend? Wait a sec. Maybe I got that wrong. Maybe I should have said, your former lover. Ha ha ha!
Are you having a mental breakdown? That doesn't seem to be very important, so goodbye.
Hey, wait up! This is important. You shouldn't jump to conclusions like that.
Okay, so what's this about?
Well, I thought I would give you another chance. Get back together again.
Huh?
See what I mean? Very important.
I just can't see it.
What?
7 years ago. As I recall, it was when I was 26 and you said kinda iffy dating a girl approaching 30, lol. And wasn't it you who dropped me and went for that 18-year-old?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was pretty young back then.
You're 5 years older than me. You are delusional.
A guy's age is different from a woman's. A guy in his 30s is in his prime. A woman in her 30s, well, you know.
Then why do you want to get back together with me? Right now, I'm way over your prime. I'm 33 heading into the mid-30s range. Really not for you. I hope you're not thinking that suddenly I stopped aging at 26 or something.
Come on, I'm not that delusional. Man, you never change with your snappy comebacks. Brings back memories.
Are we all done here?
Hey, wait a second. What are you saying?
I'm not getting back together with you, so our little conversation is over, is what I'm saying.
Please, just wait. It's been so long. Least you can do is indulge me for just a bit longer.
I really don't have time for this.
Come on, have a little spirit. You should let yourself go and let these wonderful Marys carry you to nostalgic paradise.
You really do have a screw loose.
Huh? That's not a very nice thing to say. Oh well. That's what I like about you, Sandy.
Maybe more than one screw.
Oh yeah. After you broke up with me, you got transferred, right? I heard you got assigned to the headquarters in New York.
Yeah, what's that got to do with anything?
Well, me too. I moved to New York with that girl. You know, the 18-year-old.
Yeah, I know.
Figured you would.
Obvious, isn't it? I was working on the same floor and you guys worked in the section right next door. That young girl, wasn't her name Leslie? You said you guys were headed to New York with love or some such nonsense. I remember you guys all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, prancing over to the boss and submitting your resignations. I'm positive I saw a rainbow and endless fields of flower around you idiots.
Is that right? Wow, I didn't realize we looked so happy.
Actually, it was the worst cringe fest imaginable.
I see. Wow, I didn't realize. You were all so envious of us. But sorry about that.
Right. Actually, I'm putting on my best Cruella de Vil act.
I get the impression you missed me. Just could not forget me, right?
I just eye-rolled so hard, I think I hurt myself. That hokey-pokey attitude you took when you handed in your resignation was uncalled for.
Yeah, well, I was pretty young at the time.
Yeah, you were 31. Not exactly a fresh-faced kid.
Come on, give me a break. That's all in the past. I've grown up since then. Rest assured.
You know, I really don't care one way or another what you're doing now.
Don't be so grumpy. I never grow tired of your creative comebacks, but I can just see that grumpy face right now. So cute.
What do you want?
Huh?
What's the reason you contacted me?
Reason?
You do realize it's been 7 years. We split up because of infatuation with age, and I'm 33 years old now. And you want to get back together. I just can't get my head around what you want from me.
Yeah, well, I suppose I got a little fed up with young girls. For one, we just can't seem to communicate on the same level. Plus, our values, financial and otherwise, are just not on the same wavelength. But what's more, she cheated on me.
Oh, I see.
Well, Leslie said she wants a younger guy, better looking. She says I'm too old for doing you know what.
Oh, yeah? Leslie is, what, 25 now? And you're 38. Yeah, I can see where the energy level could be a bit incompatible.
That's about it. Pathetic. I know. I recently split up with her.
Uh-huh.
So, the timing was perfect. So I figured I would get back together with you. We're both in our 30s, and a 5-year difference is normal. What's more, you're 33, way past your prime as a woman. You're probably pretty agitated that you can't get married at this age.
So, you're suddenly here to rescue me?
For you, I bet it's a godsend. Admit it. Okay, so let's discuss the details. Give me your address. I'll be right over.
Huh? Why?
Why? Because I'm going to start living with you from today.
I'm already married.
Come on, Sandy, don't be so stubborn.
I'm not being stubborn.
Like I said, this is the perfect time and an opportunity of a lifetime. I understand that we've been apart for 7 long years and you've longed to be with me, but those long and lonely years will blow away after a hot and romantic night with me.
Sorry, did I just roll my eyes out loud?
Come on, no more of your silly comebacks. Hey, Sandy, be true to yourself. Imagine yourself all these years thinking about me, longing for me. Come on, don't hesitate. Let yourself go and jump into my arms.
Not even worth rolling my eyes.
Huh?
You're sick.
Sandy, can't be true to yourself, huh?
I've been trying to be candid as I can possibly be. My true feelings are just not getting through to you. You're the one roaming around in your own little fantasy land, spewing nonsense.
Fantasyland? Come on! I'm saying I'm willing to marry a 33-year-old woman! A great opportunity! At this rate, you'll be living in retirement all alone and nobody to talk to!
I got all that covered. Thanks for your concern.
You're in a dire situation. That's why I'm willing to take you back. Be more open-hearted in your approach to life.
Hey, clean the wax out of your ears. As I said, I'm married. Why are you brushing it off?
Huh? No way! You'll definitely not find too many guys clamoring to marry a 33-year-old past her prime woman!
I've had 7 years. Plenty of time to find a guy. Besides, there are plenty of women in their 30s that are getting married. You're way behind the times.
But they're different! You've been lusting after me for years!
That's what I'm talking about.
About what?
Who said that? Who said I was longing for you, lusting after you?
Huh?
I'm saying, did someone say I was lusting after you for the past 7 years?
Well, our hearts are forever linked. No need to verify our love for each other.
Our hearts forever linked? That link was forever hacked off the moment we broke up.
Come off it! No way!
Okay, one last chance. I'm married, joined in holy matrimony, hitched. How many ways must I say it before you get it through your thick skull?
No way.
I also had 3 children.
Huh? Huh? Kids? 3 kids? Seriously?
Oh, now I get a reaction out of you?
But why? Why'd you have kids? You love me and you go ahead and have kids with another guy? How could you? Why'd you do it? Just because you're afraid of spending your retirement years alone doesn't mean you can throw away your life.
Wow, am I hearing you right? I fell out of love with you a long time ago. The moment we broke up, our love crashed and burned. Extinct. Kaput.
You're not serious.
I have no intention of getting back together with you, even if it was the end of the world.
Jeez, really?
You are really gonna have to do something about that rainbow-colored fantasy land you're living in.
This is not happening. Do you realize I have nowhere to live? I'm homeless!
What are you talking about?
Well, after I quit, I had a hard time getting another job. But Leslie got a job right after we moved to New York, no problem. Being so young, she just assimilated into the whole big city scene. It was like I was caught in this twilight zone. I gradually lost confidence in myself and grew weary of even going out.
Oh, I get it. So Leslie was working and you just stayed home and sponged off her. I'm starting to see the picture. On top of that, she dropped you and kicked you out of the house. That about right?
That's not quite right.
Oh, okay. Were you more like a gigolo then?
That's even worse!
You always shun words that you find inconvenient. You never had the intention to work hard. All you wanted was to live off someone. I bet Leslie felt her career and her life were jeopardized by your presence and just severed ties to save herself. Understandable, IMO. It's not my place to say, but it's a miracle that she was able to last 7 years.
But, I was only trying to...
Hold that thought. You realize you are approaching 40, right?
Huh?
You're 38, out of a job, no home. What the hell are you going to do? Or do you have some reason you can't find a job?
It's not that.
If you're at the end of your rope or whatever, go back to your parents' place or something.
Yeah, but when I quit my job and came to New York, my folks were against it. I cut ties with them a long time ago.
Then go out and find a job.
You make it sound so easy. I have no skills. I don't know what I could do.
You sound like a spoiled little kid. For God's sake, you're a middle-aged dude.
Yeah, but it's a fact that I have nowhere to stay.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, Sandy, can I stay at your place for a couple of nights?
You do realize you sound demented. Of course not.
If your husband doesn't like it, I could go to him with you and beg him. Yeah, let's do that. Give me your address.
No way you're staying over.
Huh?
I have no intention of asking my husband anything.
But please.
Besides, I'm not even New York anymore.
What?
After we got married, we moved near my husband's home in Florida.
What? Seriously? What the hell am I going to do?
Well, first of all, you're nuts to be asking your ex from 7 years ago for help.
But I was only...
But, well, stop. If you got time to hem and haw, go down to the unemployment office and find a job. "7 years ago after we broke up, I was shocked by his nonchalant living in La La Land attitude. I didn't figure he would be even further along than I realized. I heard that he had no choice but to contact his folks. When he met them, he apparently mentioned my name. His mom later called my parents and... Evidently, she asked my mom to help her son so if I had an ounce of love left for him. But my dad, hearing about the whole thing from me, went off on her, explaining all the pain and hassle he caused me. Later, my folks got a call from them apologizing for their outburst. I heard that he was now living with his uncle, whom it turns out is a football coach at a local high school. Currently, he's working some physical demanding job and getting a little sense knocked into him.